Have you ever heard of the story Message to Garcia? It's actually a true story, and it's in a book. It's about a man named Lieutenant Rowan who was given a task by President McKinley during the Spanish-American War. And they were trying to get a message to General Garcia, who was part of the rebellion between the Spain versus America at the time. They needed to get a message to him. But there was no way of getting a message. You couldn't mail it to him. You couldn't send those little, whatever they did back in the days. And they said, if anybody can get that message to him, it's Lieutenant Rowan. So they called Lieutenant Rowan into the office, and there he is saluting the president. And they said, Lieutenant Rowan, we need you to get a message to Garcia. Roger that. Takes that piece of paper, puts it in a little pouch, and leaves the office. Crazy thing is, it didn't even ask where he was at, how he was going to get there, none of that. He took it and left. Okay? The crazy thing is, Lieutenant Rowan went to the post office, tried to see if he can get that letter sent. Sorry, can't do it. Right now with everything going on, couldn't do it. Okay? Try to send it in many other forms, nobody could do it. So what did he do? He tried to find a ship that was headed that direction, and they had all left. Okay, had to find another way. Took a boat and paddled his way to Cuba. Took him literally 4 nights to get there. Got on shore, whipped out his little compass, whipped out his little knife, and went through the jungles of Cuba. Low crawled, looked for information where the insurgents were, and eventually, 3 weeks later, got to General Garcia. And the point of that story is, a lot of times we try to look for excuses not to do things. Versus this guy didn't even ask who, what, where, why, where, from, whatever. He made it happen. A lot of times in the business world, or even with anything, sports, we try to find excuses why I couldn't make it. I didn't have a ride. I got to take care of the kids. I already have plans. Nope. Lieutenant Rowan made it happen. If you ever get a chance, look for that book, A Message to Garcia. It's a good read. It's a short read, but it's a good book.